two fighters that can do a very respectable amount of damage. One a bit more burst-oriented, the other one tankier. I really do wonder who's going to come out on top.
I mean, the changes to the Leomord make him less vulnerable to CC, right? Which was one of his main weaknesses back in the day when it was meta. By the way, it's funny that we get to see Selly Boy earlier on, and then the Leomord shows up.
That was a pick that we have seen from Selly Boy back in the day. Alucard as well. Lancelot, the Miracle Boy, making miracles out of these crazy picks. The Leomord looks bad. A lot of people will say this is epic, but the Leomord is the closest thing to Lucas. Like, obviously, then a Valentina. Valentina can steal the ult, but that's another Lucas, technically, with the horse.
So they have
it's
two.
a battle of ults in the neutral objective battle.
Level 4 will be very, very important. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the first game in this best-of-3 series between Alter Ego and Dewa. We have Octa back on his ninja ways with the Lunox and the Leomord debut pick here in MPL ID. Will it work out? Let's see how both teams execute their game plan.
It's gonna be Alter Ego basically trying to win with the numbers. Gonna get Barbiel in the picture as well, Leomord's horse. It's another extra member they have at their disposal. But like Mirko mentioned, most likely all the big brawls are gonna happen in the neutral objective. It's all gonna come down to the execution of Moeza on that chip. Can he find the right targets? Can Alter Ego respawn as well and shut down that threat? Looking at the emblems here, Firmness and the Festival of Blood for Nino on the Valentina. So already a more sustained-oriented build. Let's see how that laning phase goes up, matches up against the Phobias. Along with that, Bark and Hunter for the Kimi and the Harith. So Alter Ego definitely looking for more of the item power spikes before they attempt anything too big scale.
Both junglers are also on killing spree here.
Yeah, they're both trying to go aggressive as much as possible. I mean, Ray, especially on the fighter, wants to do a lot of that big burst damage. He can proc that. He can proc it really easily, and then use the extra movement speed to really chase down the prior targets. Again, the same thing can be said for Rin on the Leomord, but I feel like Leomord has a lot more built-in crowd control, so he really isn't as reliant on it as Ray on that Lucas.
Super excited to see that first team fight happening, and I think also we need to take into consideration of the factor that Moeza is on the chip. We haven't seen Dewa United utilize this chip just yet. So again, this level 4 spike is going to be very telling to how things really progress. Rin already at level 4, already on the neutral objective actually. First setup from Alter Ego.
This is the thing that we mentioned, right? Yeah, so much control with ult hole. Rez with the flicker forward, getting Hijume, forcing him to flicker out. Now it's getting the Phantom Steed from Rin. Oh, decimated Rez, still able to get some damage, but gets sliced down by the man on Barbiel. Rin, first blood. Now, Sacred Beast, Nino has it too. AOG, Ray able to dash away. Nino coming in as well. Octa able to find Hijume in the back there, but it's gonna be Nino who jumps in, taking Naruto down with his own Nine Tails.
All right, trades happening here. That's a neutral objective over.
Flicker crash course, a kill back for Octa. That's 2 on the board. Moeza taken down. Now Rez. The fight has lasted so long. He can come back in, and Octa gets 3 at the end of the day.
3-for-3 trade at the end, plus Alter Ego are the ones to get the neutral objective. However...
Oh, a full kick down below Arfi. The Genin getting bullied.
Was that worth it? Now for Alter Ego.
I think overall it's still worth it. They do want that brawl style. They're able to get kills onto Rin, but overall, getting the turtle is the main big thing there. But with Dewa responding immediately with that shortcut gank, that definitely kind of equals this out. As we take a look at the talent prediction here by the new application GoPay, as always, man, consistently, Pa Fulong.
Versus the world, versus everybody. The only one to vote Dewa United in this matchup. We'll see whether or not he's correct. Last week, he's been correct quite a lot. Octa goes for another kill.
He knows Nino has no flicker. That forces Nino back away. Dream to the bottom lane. Good immobilization. Sacred Beast used up into the AOG. Gunned down by Hijume with the Phantom Steed. Dreams of the big bomb. Moeza sliced down by Rin, who's on a killing spree.
Good play there to immediately try and punish the purple buff rotation from Dewa United. And honestly, Alter Ego, again, they do have the fighting power right here, and for them, there's a huge benefit in getting all these kills in the hands of Rin. This is a hero that we've seen do really well with the snowballs, and you know, if he is the cleanup guy, if he's not the guy in the front, the Leomord has an extra bit of his passive allows him to crit more on low HP opponents, so he can really play clean up really, really well. Whereas for Dewa United, Octa, as always, can be a main carry, but he really isn't as active, and he's not going to be as present as Leomord in a lot of these small skirmishes across the map.
Speaking of Leomord, we have a game fact here by GoPay, as this marks Leomord's debut since Season 14, I believe, in the hands of Kyrie when they won against BTR. The fact that he's resurfaced back, is it... Wait, there you go.
Phantom Seed coming in with the crash course as well. Rin still able to win the Rectory battle. Ray unable to get it down, and now he gets Chain CC'd in the back. Nino doesn't even need the Sacred Beast. Mueza's gonna get gunned down. It's a double for Arfi. Octa 5-0, all the kills on him, but it's Alter Ego with the lead.
1-4-3 trade, plus the neutral objective as well. Alter Ego need one more for that perfect turtle stat. That's a lot of damage.
Oh, brilliance. Nino wants to go for it. Decides against it though. In the end, Arfi in the bottom lane will get a turret.
This is a 2,000 gold lead now built in by Alter Ego.
Yeah, and again, they do want to have all these brawls as much as possible, especially later on when Arfi gets involved. Already 2-1 here on the Harriet. Looking pretty good as far as scaling goes. Already with the Starlium, gonna building for the Feather of Heaven, potentially, and then later on the Holy Crystal. But all three are doing a great job picking the fight to Dewa so that Mueza isn't really finding a lot of time to really go around and look for these vulnerabilities in the formation of Alter Ego. He hasn't been able to go into the jungle to find Rin or go to the side lanes to get one of those side lanes ahead in the 1-2-1. And look at this, Mueza once again chased away. So Alter Ego are the ones having a lot of control, and Octa again can do a lot of damage. But for the most part, the way the Lunox works is that you're going to be able to just burst one person down. Afterwards, you don't really have that big AoE to really shut down the whole team. So Dewa has to be a bit more careful because it looks like it's only a 2k gold lead. But if Octa gets zoned out or gets taken out from the fight, that means that the gold disparity is just way higher than it seems at first glance.
Yeah, they lose their one win con.
Oh my lord, forcing the Brilliance out already in the mid lane. No ult for Octa. And the turtle is about to spawn the third one. Down below, Mueza setting up for a gang. Phantom Seed, Rin is going to try to run him down. No turret there. Nino looking for the play. Will be able to go for the Sacred Beast too. Uh-oh! Mueza, I'm not too sure if you want the smoke, baby. AOG coming down with a shortcut as well. Rin able to escape right now. Rin is going to be taken very low. Ray taken out by Dreams. Rin able to escape, but that's going to be the flicker from Rez to take the kill back. Meanwhile, Nino still buying so much time in the back. 1v3, flickering out the safety as Arfi gets rid of Rez. Maybe pulls back into Arfi. Hijume just throwing the shots to zone the two Dewa members away.
Yeah, they trade 3 members for Rin only. Granted, of course, they don't have a retribution, but he should be able to get up just fine. So in terms of calculations and in terms of what they lost in that, I feel like Alter Ego still come out on top.
I think most definitely so. Dewa, they were setting up for that fight. They put Mueza behind Alter Ego and tried to go for that pinch, but Alter Ego just brute forced them out of the fight there. Nino still has a Secret Beast form, and you can see, even with the threat of the flank coming in from Mueza, Alter Ego are just ignoring it. They know they have the brawling potential right now. And the fact, hang on a
Pulled
second.
back, gun down. The Ninetales is a nine-tailing right now. Will be able to get the Tilt Beast Bomb down and secures his orange buff. But this is a very weak, maybe early on Naruto, 0-4.
Yes, looking at the early season Naruto, not really having too much to kind of do in a lot of these big fights. And again, Alter Ego are doing such a great thing in zoning away the main damage tools of Dewa. In that fight earlier, Dreams had the Radiant Armor completed already, and they sent him with a solo of Revitalize to just zone Octa and take that damage and make sure that he can't output that damage onto the other members that matter a bit more, like Rin, like Arfi. And if Alter Ego are playing the fights like that, then Dewa has a real big problem right now because they're not the ones dictating who they're jumping on. And if they're going to be forced to output all of their damage onto the Gatot, then Alter Ego can take that and instead do a lot more AoE with the Valentina, with the Kimi and the Harriet, and take down Dewa all together as a unit.
Yeah, that's why Nino on the Valentina has been super effective as well. Look at that damage.
Dude, when you have to use the Ninetales just to escape, you're in deep trouble.
Alter Ego are snowballing absolutely out of control right now. It looks like they also have control over the purple buff. Absolutely no say coming from Dewa. Mueza though,
Wow, he just gets away there.
Oh.
Everybody has... Oh, no. Dewa, they've taken a teleport to their own demise. Maybe we'll be unstoppable. We'll be Arpy's unstoppable. Octa able to run away. Rez will be fed to Alter Ego as a sacrifice.
Fed to the Sharks there. Wow. That's why we were questioning the chip pick coming in from Dewa. We haven't seen the chip come through for them. Gave them the benefit of the doubt, but it's not working. Simply put, it's not working for them.
It's just the lack of proper engage right there. The fact is, for Alter Ego, almost everyone on their team has a way to kind of make distance away from that shortcut play. So they have to try and get into a position that's like so detrimental and have someone else to really lock everyone down. Because even Rez went into the shortcut to try and catch Hijime there, but with a flicker, immediately the whole plan just falls apart.
Boom. AOG, an entrance just to zone them. And wow, this is just a stompy stomp right now.
It's looking pretty bleak now for Dewa. Considering if we're looking at items, I think we'll see it shortly. Holy Crystal already built in for Arpy, who we haven't really quite mentioned so far. That's how dominant the rest of the members from Alter Ego have become. He's sitting at 5-1-1.
And he's definitely doing a great job here using that mid-game Hareth power spike. Already at the 3-item power spike, that's really that. He was really doing so well even before that 5-1 right here. So now with the Holy Crystal, you can imagine the amount of damage that Dewa has to kind of deal with at the moment. And again, there's just so many more threats available for Alter Ego, and now they make a play for the base.
Forward defense already proc down below. Octa gets rid of the Lord. All three Holy Defenses already used up. Wes is looking for a flank, but I'm not too sure about this. Again, AOG to the back line right now. Alter Ego looking to play onto the turret. It will be Dreams with the Revitalize. Able to sustain for so long. Rez jumps in again. Moeza in the back pops in the shortcut, but the shortcut is of no use if Alter Ego are the ones diving. Ray taken very low, still able to sustain up. Octa against everyone. Jumping in. Brilliance from Octa. Can he do it? He gets one. He's godlike. 7-0-1, but it's still a win for Alter Ego as they've cracked the base open.
7-0-1, but he's the only one standing on all these kills. Maybe and Ray are just out of the fight completely here. So far behind when it comes to the gold. Here, the battle emotes for MPL ID available in the shop, but Alter Ego are basically emoting on Dewa at this point. They have no requirement to really commit in some of these fights. They can use Hijime as a harassment tool, as a kiting tool, and Dewa are the ones forced to continuously overextend. Even there, in that base fight, Moeza went for the flank and Alter Ego said, yeah, go for it. Who cares? We're gonna brawl you, we're gonna plant our feet and brawl you head to head, and we're gonna come out on top. And they kind of try to do it again right now with the purple buff, trying to deny it away from Ray.
This is for sure a take from Alter Ego once again. Arpy on top of the Holy Crystal already has the Divine Glaive as well. Back to that point earlier with Moeza on the chip, it looked like there was a moment of hesitation as well when he opened that portal. So again, we're seeing hesitation in their game plan, hesitation in committing into a certain sort of strategy. And Alter Ego are a team that can capitalize over that. Look at the tempo that they're setting right now. Look at the way that they're pushing the pressure onto Dewa. But as we get into the later stage, now that neutral objectives are all out other than the Lord, do you think the chip could turn things around for Dewa?
At this point, it has to be some kind of split push maneuver here, using the chip shortcut as a tool for Dewa. But Alter Ego have so many engages available to them, right? Dreams can engage, Rin can engage, Nino and Hijime can also technically engage, especially with Dewa having a Phobius in the lineup. It's just an immobile Phobius without a Mathilda. So the moment that they feel like they have to commit, Alter Ego can pull the trigger immediately.
Brave trying to go for the Retribution. Rez with a flank in the back as well with the flicker and the shortcut. Everything used in the kitchen sink. Ray able to find RP in the midst of the team fight without his Purify. Now it's Hijime who gets dove on. It's backline for backline as Octa's able to survive, but maybe even on his Sakati won't be able to survive the onslaught of damage. Octa gets away just barely. Rin's on the chase against Rez. Wow, he just got stabbed. He got shanked in the streets.
2-for-2 trade so far. The Lord is still marching down, though, in the bottom side of the map. with Nino and Rin still holding strong. It looks like they're still going to go for it.
Uh-oh, Rin has the Phantom Seed.
Ooh.
Forcing out the Brilliance before using the Phantom Seed. Now he gets on the Phantom Seed and dives onto Octa. Shortcut, not too sure what it's for. Moeza gonna be taken very low. Octa jumps in onto Dreams, was able to bait out so much time. Nino on a Hijime, just gunning it down. 14 minutes. Alter Ego, 1-0.
19-12, Alter Ego with their ninja way. With the Leomord debut pick. Really just... It's in line with the chaos that they want to have in the early game. It just fits so well.